You're back for another update. Let's take a look at Ethereum over here. Now, in my previous post, I did say that we would come down below 4,087, look for a stop loss hunt below this level, reaching in toward our yellow zones. Those yellow zones coincided with the highs that were set all the way back in July and this macro triple top. Okay, so you see how we rejected 3 times over here? We actually rejected off of here 4 times. All we were doing with this correction is just coming back down to re-tap it as support. Okay, so then, yeah, I did say we were going to come down here, form bullish divergence on the 12-hour time frame, and we were forming it here. Okay, so we successfully reached below 30 on the RSI, but I would want to see the RSI start to tick up back towards this 30 level. Okay, and we successfully did that. Okay, so now we see on the 12-hour bullish divergence, we have a higher low from the August 2nd low to this low on September 25th, and we have a lower low on the 12-hour RSI. Now the 12-hour RSI has gotten back above the 14 SMA. Okay, so now the hidden bullish divergence is playing out. What I would want to see here going forward is a move back above 4,087 on the 4-hour time frame in order for us to confirm a move back up toward 45.61 and this internal range liquidity right over here. Okay, that's your internal range. This is your external range to the upside. So your buy side liquidity and your sell side liquidity has already been swept. Okay, so in order for us to confirm higher, I'd like to just see a move above 4,087 on the 4-hour time frame and for price to hold above that level so we can go ahead and take out 4,561 and this internal range here at 47.67 and then eventually go north of $5,000 towards a new high. Now, in the case that Ethereum breaks down, then it's likely will come down to around 36.28 down to 35.87 and then see the rebound from there. But so far, this is looking very strong, especially when we pair this price action with the 12-hour RSI. Okay, so very bullish. All we were doing was coming down to backtest these 3 major resistance levels into support. And if you take a look at Ethereum from this perspective, all we're doing is just coming down for a base for a wave 2 before we go up for a wave 3, 4, and 5 of our C wave to the upside. So don't forget, Ethereum is still within a ending expanding diagonal, and right now we're just funneling upwards. Okay, this is our wall of worry. So this is what we have on Ethereum. Take a look at this. Okay, this is your ABC. This is from 2021. Okay, this is your wave 1, your wave 2, your wave 3, your wave 4, and then for your wave 5, this is what you do. Okay, and this over here is your ending expanding diagonal, and within this ending expanding diagonal you are funneling upwards for the 5th and final leg, and this over here is your wall of worry before you reach this upper resistance here. Okay, this is an example. This is an example of the wall of worry. Like we're in this 5th leg over here. So this wave 5 or C leg. So it's either that the correction is in and Ethereum gets back above 4,087 and 4,220, or we come down for one more push just to go ahead and tap this 200-day moving average, or sorry, this 100-day moving average at 3,777. Maybe even a wick down to 35.83 at the 1.618 extension. But just know that it does look like Ethereum's correction is almost in. You want to start looking for longs, not financial advice. We've had a successful retest. However, that doesn't rule out the possibility of a little bit of more of a shakeout going into next week. Okay, so now when I say look for longs, I mean that I'm looking for a bottom in the market. I'm not saying this is the bottom, okay? However, everything so far is telling us that the bottom is very near, including that 12-hour RSI. We may not come down fully to this 100-day moving average. We would need to see how price reacts going into next week. I'm waiting to see how we react up until Wednesday. And yeah, basically that's what I see for Ethereum. I still expect price to go north of 7,000. So taking a look here at the daily time frame, when you take a fib right from this triple top down to this low here on April 13th, the 4.236 is at 12,575, which also lines up with the 2.786 and 2.618. When you take a fib right from the 2021 peak down to the July trough. So this is Ethereum, still very bullish on ETH. It's either we reclaim those two levels I mentioned, otherwise we'll come down to the 100-day moving average right around 29.52. Or sorry, come down to the 100-day moving average at 33,777. Worst case scenario, we come down to the 200-day at 29.52. I doubt we come down that low. You'd be essentially breaking this uptrend then, if we ended up doing that. We could definitely do that. It is crypto, but I wouldn't consider that the base case. Base case is that we either move up from this level right here, or we come down just a little bit more, just to this 100-day, and then we push up from here, coming down to the 100-day moving average. In doing so, we could also wick to this trendline support over here. So just letting you guys know that. So looks like this is just a wall of worry. Price is funneling upwards, ascending accumulation before we have a very explosive alt season heading into October and the end of the year. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please click the link in the description below to join the free Telegram. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Peace out, and take it easy. See you guys in the next one.